Hello, dear fans, friends, subscribers. Pardon me, I do have a sort of a sore throat, and as I always been saying, that cricket is my passion. So you might find me lacking a bit of enthusiasm while speaking. So just put up with me today. So as far as today's cricket happening show is concerned, I have to start off with the news by saying that rising Pune supergiants have made their maiden entry into the IPL 2017 finals. So they are one team which has confirmed their place in the finals, and rising Pune supergiants have reached their first final. And I have to say that Mahendra Singh Dhoni knocking off 26 runs in the last 2 overs was the real difference as the Mumbai Indians lost this match at their home turf in the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai by 20 runs. But what a match that was! Mahendra Singh Dhoni and then Washington Sundar was the man of the match with his performance. So now the situation is that Mumbai Indians still have a bite at the final, but there will be a qualifier too. Tomorrow there's going to be the eliminator, which is going to be played between Sunrisers Hyderabad and Kolkata Knight Riders. So whoever loses are out of the race of IPL, but whoever wins will take on the Mumbai Indians in the qualifier 2, and whoever wins in that qualifier 2 will take their positions against the rising Pune supergiants. So it is very, very well set now. And as I said, rising Pune supergiants, congratulations to them for reaching the finals, the maiden finals of the IPL for the very first time in their history. And rising Pune supergiants, well, they definitely rose. They played like rising Pune supergiants because, as you know, in this tournament, we have seen that the rising Pune supergiants were really hitting a trough, and it was not so easy. But they peaked at the right time and then picked up those key victories, and now they are sitting on the top of the platform as far as IPL 2017 is concerned. They already booked their tickets into the finals of the IPL. So that is one match which I'm going to talk about. It was a very interesting match. And the other thing that I'm going to be talking about is the eliminator, which is coming up tomorrow. Sunrisers Hyderabad, Kolkata Knight Riders. Have a brief look at that. And also Bangladesh take on New Zealand at Clone Turf in Ireland in the third match of the Tri-Series in Ireland, in the Walton Cup, which is played in Ireland. But yes, let's start off with this particular match which I was talking about, and we are talking about the qualifier 1 which was played, and this was played at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. And one has to say the pitch was playing a bit slow, Wankhede Stadium, and the toss was actually won by the rising Pune, by the Mumbai Indians, which was a good toss to win, and they inserted the rising Pune supergiants to bat first. It all started off with Ajinkya Rahane and Tripathi, but Mumbai Indians actually drew first blood as Mitchell McClenaghan got one through the defences of Tripathi for naught. So that was a big wicket. And Stephen Smith, top-edged delivery from Lasith Malinga into the hands of Hardik Pandya, and there was real joy out there as far as the Mumbai Indians were concerned, as the rising Pune supergiants were in real trouble at 9 for 2 in the second over. Then we had two new batsmen at the crease. Ajinkya Rahane, the opener, was there. He was, as I said, he has already hit form. So he and Manoj Tiwari slowly tried to rectify the situation. They took their own sweet time. They were in no hurry. They knew that this was a very key game for them, and they decided to take their time. So Lasith Malinga bowled a good line, could not get him off the square. Jasprit Bumrah, everyone started bowling well, and Tripathi, and it was Ajinkya Rahane and Tiwari in the middle. But Ajinkya Rahane definitely played some very good strokes in the middle to make 56. As this partnership had 80 runs, they consumed most of the overs, and it was the 13th over when the score read 89, and that was the time the rising Pune the Mumbai Indians bowler struck. It was the wicket of Ajinkya Rahane when Karan Sharma trapped Ajinkya Rahane LBW for a well-made 56 of 43 deliveries, 5 fours and 1 6. And after that, it was Mahendra Singh Dhoni walking in to join Manoj Tiwari. And that time the score was still it was not a good situation for the Rising Pune Supergiants. They were 89 for 3. And walked in Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He really took his time. I mean, one knew that there was still a lot of work to be done. And Manoj Tiwari and Dhoni also bided his time, not making much runs. In fact, he had only 14 to his name of 17 balls. And it was definitely Mahendra Singh Dhoni was kept quiet by all the bowlers, and it was not easy for Dhoni to wriggle out of it. Manoj Tiwari, on the other hand, was also doing a similar job, and both actually slowly started pushing the score together. And the score read 100 and I think it was 100 and probably in the 18th over, the score read 121, and that was the time that really everything started. The Rising Pune Supergiants were really staring down the barrel, because 121 for 3 at that stage, and there was a lot of work to do, because it was not a score, and there were only 2 more overs left. But in the next 2 overs, what happened was totally transformed this Rising Pune Supergiants score, and it was done by none other than Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He started the onslaught in the 19th over. Mitchell McClenaghan was the one who suffered under his blade, as he totally thrashed him. He actually hit one he started off with a very good 6 on the bowling of Mitchell McClenaghan, by judging his length, moving his legs, and depositing him into the stands. And then Mitchell McClenaghan was once again deposited over, long on for another 6. And then Mahendra Singh Dhoni was only dealing in 6s. And Mahendra Singh Dhoni was the one who transformed the game, because Mahendra Singh Dhoni came in and he started thrashing. In fact, 26 runs he took in 2 overs. Basically, Manoj Tiwari was also for company, but it was all about Mahendra Singh Dhoni. First, he went on to thrash McClenaghan. Then Jasprit Bumrah, who had definitely bowled a good line to Dhoni in the final over, really, I think he came under real pressure after seeing Dhoni bash McClenaghan. And he also dropped some, his length was a bit short, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni took full toll of it as he smacked him for 2 beautiful 6s. And suddenly this Rising Pune Supergiants score, which was 121 for 3 at one stage in the 18th over, in 2 overs, Mahendra Singh Dhoni and Manoj Tiwari added 40 runs to take the score on to 162 for 4. Manoj Tiwari was run out for 58 in the final ball of 48 deliveries, 4 fours and 2 sixes, but still a very good effort from Manoj Tiwari, a valuable one at that. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, well, he was the man who transformed. In 2 overs, he smacked 26 runs of McClenaghan and Jasprit Bumrah to take the Rising Pune Supergiants to a very defendable score of, not a defendable score, much, I would say, a modest score of 162. Dhoni's contribution being an unbeaten 40 of just 26 deliveries. He had 5 6s smacked in that. And this is what Mahendra Singh Dhoni can do. Mahendra Singh Dhoni is a very dangerous player, and today he showed us why with this wonderful knock that he played. Let's have a look at the bowling figures. Mitchell McClenaghan, his figures were rearranged by Mahendra Singh Dhoni. 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 46. Jasprit Bumrah thrashed to the tune of 33. In fact, he had done a good job, but that Mahendra Singh Dhoni smashing him really turned it all. 4 overs, none for 33. Malinga, 3 overs, 1 for 14. Luckily, didn't bowl to Dhoni and Tiwari in the final stages. Karan Sharma, 4 overs, 1 for 30. Krunal Pandya, 4 overs, no maiden, none for 22. Hardik Pandya went for 15 of his first over. And so, even though Rising Pune Supergiants scored 162, one can say that Mumbai Indians, we all know what a superb team Mumbai Indians are, and 162 was never looking like an obstacle for Mumbai Indians. Let's see how the Mumbai Indians fared when they were chasing 162. So, it was not a good start. First, it was Lendl Simmons being run out by a good throw from Shardul Thakur for 5 of 13 deliveries. And it was only Parthiv Patel who was actually showing some aggression by playing the stroke. Javed Unadkat was on the money, bowling his off-cutters very tightly. And the revelation was Washington Sundar. Washington Sundar was the right-arm offie, 17-year-old boy, was really making life very difficult for the Mumbai Indians batsmen, because he was not only throttling the Mumbai Indians with his spell of bowling, and he went on to pick up some big wickets. In fact, Parthiv Patel was a constant force. He was doing his job well. He was hitting fours and sixes, and he was doing his good job. But then Washington Sundar came in and picked up 3 wickets, and that really turned the game back into Rising Pune Supergiants, because Washington Sundar, first he started throttling the batsman with the line he was bowling. As I said, the pitch was a bit slow, so he was bowling it slower through the air and forcing the batsman to make mistakes. And Washington Sundar first picked up the wicket of Rohit Sharma, the captain, by getting him LBW for 1. That was the first wicket. And then the next man to go was Ambati Rayudu, caught by Smith of the bowling of Washington Sundar for duck. Now that was the over in which he took 2 wickets in that particular same over, and then he picked up a big scalp, that of Kieron Pollard, for 7 runs to leave this Mumbai Indians in a real trouble at 51 for 4. And that was the time the Mumbai Indians were absolutely staring down the barrel. But Parthiv Patel was still going strong. He was still doing his job of playing strokes and also getting a few singles and couples here and there. As Hardik Pandya came in, Hardik Pandya, well, he lasted only as far as he contributed only 14 before Ferguson nipped this wicket for 14 of 10 Ws, 1 4 and 1 6. The next one to go was his brother Kunal Pandya, who was also, Kunal Pandya was a victim of the bowling of Shardul Thakur as he was out in the deep for 15 of 11 balls, 2 fours, and that made it 101 for 6. But Parthiv Patel was still there when the Mumbai Indians reached the 100 mark. But then Shardul Thakur picked up that very important wicket of Parthiv Patel, and that was very important in the context of the game, because a person who has already settled well could really become a really force to reckon with in the final stages. So Thakur actually picked up a big wicket in the 15th over when he picked up the wicket of Parthiv Patel. Christian coming into the equation to take one more catch, but a good contribution from Parthiv Patel, but to no avail, as he made 52 of 40 deliveries, 3 fours and 3 sixes. After that, it was nothing that Mumbai Indians could do. They kept on swinging and they kept on losing wickets. After Parthiv Patel was out, Karan Sharma was the next to go to the bowling of Vinayat, and then finally McLennan also lost his wicket to the bowling of Shardul Thakur, 12 of 11 balls, 1 6. And this Mumbai Indians really disappointed, one could say, but also one has to really say that Washington Sundar, red arm off spinner, played a big hand, because he took the very big wickets of Rohit Sharma, Ambati Rayudu and Pollard pretty quickly to really derail the Mumbai Indians engine. And Jasprit Bumrah was not out on 16 of 11 balls with 1 6. Malinga cracked a 6 of 7 of 2 balls with cracking 1 6. As the Mumbai Indians, all they could do was muster 142 for 9 of their 20 overs. Game over. Mumbai Indians losing this match by 20 runs. As Rising Pune Supergiants got their maiden entry into the Indian Premier League Finals 2017, and congratulations to them. As far as the bowling was concerned, Javed Inatkat, 4 overs no maiden, 1 for 24. Washington Sundar, 4 overs no maiden, 3 for 16, and he was the man of the match, and rightly so. What a splendid spell of bowling by the 17-year-old boy Washington Sundar for Rising Pune Supergiants. I mean, they have played him consistently, they have given him his chances, and I think he has grabbed his chance with both hands in this IPL. What a superb performance from Washington Sundar, the young red arm off spinner. Lockie Ferguson, 3 overs, 1 for 21. Shardul Thakur has shown that he is improving in his bowling. 4 overs no maiden, 3 for 37. Adam Zampa, 1 over for 9. Daniel Christian bowled 4 overs. He was the most costliest, I thought, from the Rising Pune Supergiants side. None for 33. So Washington Sundar getting his first man of the match award, and definitely and truly deserved that award, because he was the one who derailed this Mumbai Indians engine in the middle. Well, now the next match, as I said, so now the situation is that the Mumbai Indians still have a crack at it when they play the qualifier 2 tours tomorrow, the eliminator, which is going to be played between Sunrisers, Hyderabad and Kolkata Knight Riders, and what a game that is going to be. 2 really big wigs in action tomorrow at the I think it's going to be played in Hyderabad. I'm just going to find it out for you here, dear friends and subscribers. Yes, the match is going to be played in Bangalore. So yes, it's going to be played in Bangalore with Kolkata Knight Riders taking on the Sunrisers Hyderabad, and this should be a marquee match, no doubt. So this is known as the eliminator. So the name itself spells it all. Whichever team loses are out of the IPL 2017. Whichever team wins goes and plays against the Mumbai Indians in the qualifier to determine which team goes and meets Rising Pune supergiants in the Indian Premier League 2017 finals. Sunrisers Hyderabad, I think they are very strong. David Warner, Shikhar Dhawan, Moises Henriquez, but definitely the Kolkata Knight Riders' main goal would be first to get a very early wicket, because David Warner and Shikhar Dhawan have been doing a very good job in this IPL of adding a lot of runs. Forging opening partnerships. Moises Henriquez, Yuvraj Singh looks a very, very solid side. Mohammad Nabi, Rashid Khan, we all know what he can do with the ball, and that is something that Kolkata Knight Riders will be wary about. And then the bowlers Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Mohammad Siraj, who has been showing his talent here, Siddharth called for some measure as well, and Mohammad Nabi. Kolkata Knight Riders, well, we all know that Kolkata Knight Riders have been very successful with this opening pair of Sunil Narine and Chris Lynn. They have done a lot of shuffling, but Sunil Narine has always been a constant. Now Sunil Narine, what can he do tomorrow? Because it will be very interesting to see what is the strategy that Sunrisers Hyderabad have against the openers Sunil Narine and Chris Lynn, because that is the vital part according to me. Because if they can snip up these two players, I think they still have a challenge. There's no doubt about it, because this team is filled with a lot of talent. Kolkata Knight Riders, Gautam Gambhir the captain, Robin Uthappa another man in very good form, Manish Pandey, Yusuf Pathan, you name it, and they have some real ammunition coming in. Colin D. Grant home, and then the bowling will be in the hands of Trent Bolt, Ankit Rajput, Kuldeep Yadav and Umesh Yadav. And I think we are going to have a wonderful game. As I said, this seems to be a real eliminator, and it's a real knockout, so it will decide as to which is the team which would be knocked out of IPL 2017 tomorrow when the eliminator is over. So that is something. And on a very, very brief note, I have to say that there is the last, tomorrow is the third match of the Tri-Series which is being played in Ireland. Bangladesh are taking on New Zealand in the third match of the Tri-Series, the Walton Cup in Ireland at Clontarf. And let's have a look at the teams. New Zealand, well, they have already got some punch at the top now. Lew Cronky the other day was told to open, and one also feels that Lew Cronky is tailor-made to actually open the innings, because he can take advantage. He's such a player. He's naturally an aggressive player. He likes to go over the top very early on, and he also generates the power to hit some powerful strokes. So Lew Cronky would be a key according to me, because Lew Cronky and Tom Latham, so that really is a good combination, because Lew Cronky is the one who's the aggressor, Tom Latham, the captain, is the one who will nurdle the runs. So Lew Cronky is someone which they are experimenting. I'm sure they are looking at the Champions Trophy too, and Lew Cronky to me definitely should open. I think that's the right choice, and that will be very interesting. George Worker, who got his maiden 50. Then they have Ross Taylor, Neil Broom, who is also in good form, James Neesham, Colin Munro, another good hitter of the ball, and we have seen the bowling of Scott Coughlin and Seth Rance, but now they would be bowling to a different, a very improved Bangladesh team, and that would be interesting to see as to how they bowl to the Bangladeshi experienced players. Mitchell Santner, another very good spinner, Adam Min, or it should be Sodi. Now, as far as Bangladesh are concerned, Tamim Iqbal, Soumya Sarkar, a lot of talent in this team. Tamim, as I said, now they are a very, very different team altogether, Bangladesh. They are, and I think they are the dark horses for me as far as the Champions Trophy are concerned, because they have a lot of talent. Tamim Iqbal, Soumya Sarkar, Sabbir Rahman, Mushfiqur Rahim, Shakib Al Hassan for experience, Mushfiqur Rahim and Tamim Iqbal. Tamim Iqbal has shown he has been very, very consistent. He's an experienced bloke too, and he scores very quickly too, and he's a very, very experienced bloke now. So those experience of Tamim Iqbal, Mushfiqur Rahim and Shakib Al Hassan, they have good talent in Soumya Sarkar and Sabbir Rahman. Mosaddaq Hussain is another upcoming talent. Mahmudullah is another good finisher. and then they have the spin of Mehdi Hassan, and the bowling will be in the hands of Taskin Ahmed and Mustafizur Rahman, who is the real linchpin of this Bangladeshi bowling attack, and Mashrafe Murtaza would be captaining the side. So, and it will be very, very interesting to see as to, and I'm told that this is the first match which is going to be played at Clontarf in Ireland between two full member nations. So that is going to be interesting. Two full member nations are for the first time clashing in a ODI in Clontarf in Ireland. Well, dear fans and subscribers, hope you all loved this cricket broadcast of mine. With more to come tomorrow, as I'll be coming and talking to you about the eliminator in the IPL, which is a very important fixture coming up tomorrow, which will decide as to which team would not be participating anymore in the IPL if they lose this particular match. Thanks for your company and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. This is your host Ram signing off finally for the day. Thank you.